Okay, hey everybody, welcome to tonight's training. Let me go ahead and do the screen share real quick. That way we can go ahead and jump right into it. Let's see. Okay, so this is the new Ambassador Training 101 series. Let me make sure that this is all right. Okay. It's the 201 series. This is week 1, IPAs, follow-ups, and customer care. So what is covered in the 201 series? Week 1, tonight, we're going to go over IPAs, which is income-producing activities, follow-ups, and customer care. Next week, on week 2, we're going to be going over the power of 3 and duplication, integrity and doing the right thing, self-sufficiency, and personal and leadership development. And then week 3, we'll be going over elevator speech, creating your story, the shield of confidence, and 3-way calls. And then week 4, we will finish up the series with the compensation plan. So income producing activities. This you can find in chapter 2 on page 16 of your success guide, which is this book right here. If you flip to, chapter 2, page 16, it will give you ideas of income producing activities. IPAs is the most important activity or task that you can do for your business. Consistent IPA is what will get your business growing and in momentum. This does not need to be done in hours. You can actually set aside 1 to 3 15-minute increments in a day to focus on your IPAs. Examples of IPAs are directly reaching out, such as calling, emailing, texting your Franks list or your contact list to introduce Plexus products and or the business opportunity. Another example of income producing activity is following up with those who have inquired, those you have reached out to, and they're the ones that you haven't heard back from, or they haven't made a decision yet. An IPA is not scrolling through Facebook, commenting, liking, etc., posting on Facebook about Plexus. Most ambassadors and most of us think that this is an income-producing activity, but personal communication is what you are after for true IPA. Also, watching training videos, listening to calls, and reading your success guide is not considered an IPA. Also, organizing your office and chatting with other Plexus friends about, what they're doing and what you're doing in your business, that's not going to produce you an income. So when you are thinking about working your business, what is going to produce you an income? Is it reaching out to people? Yes. Is it scrolling through Facebook? No. Yes, posting on Facebook can kind of be considered an IPA because you are sharing about it, but you want that one-on-one and that personal communication. Okay, next is the daily method of operation, also known as DMO. I want you to write down 5, the number 5, the number 3, and the number 1. This stands for the daily method of operation, DMO. And this is what most ambassadors do when they are working their business. If they don't do this, then it's something very similar that they just tweaked for their personal, their schedule. So 5 stands for reaching out to 5 new people about Plexus. Now it can be about Plexus, or it can be just building that relationship. If you haven't talked to them in a while, or if they posted something on Facebook about their kids or about their family, reach out to them and talk to them about it. Next is the 3. You want to follow up with 3 people. So these are people that you haven't reached out to, but they haven't either messaged you back, or they haven't made a decision whether or not they're going to try the products or join your team. So you just want to follow up with those people, and we'll get more in depth of how this works as well. And then the 1 stands for connecting with a team member for training, strategy, motivation, etc. This, if you don't have a team member yet, then train yourself. That's the best place to start, because you need to get your nose into a network marketing book or a personal growth book, because that's what's going to help you with your business as well. Now, the weekly perfect 10. An example of weekly activity goals is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 equals 10. So what those numbers stand for: the first 3 stands for directly sharing the Plexus products with 3 new people, and this is in a week. So if you think about it, if you are sharing, or if you are reaching out to 5 new people a day, that's 20. If you're working your business 5 days a week, that's about 25 new people a day that you are just reconnecting with. So out of those 25 people in that week, 3 people you need to be sharing the Plexus products with. And then the next 3 is directly sharing the Plexus business opportunity with 3 new people. So you're reaching out to 3 new people about the products and 3 new people about the business opportunity. And then the next 3 is training, coaching, and encouraging 3 team members. This is in a week. And then you want to attend 1 event, whether it's an opportunity or a training event that's online. It does not have to be live. So this training right now is considered a training event. So you have that event done for the week. Next thing that we're going to talk about is following up. The fortune is in the follow-up, and you will hear this throughout your Plexus business. Use testimonies or stories that will connect to people's hearts, and that's a great way to follow up. That's why it's important to constantly be looking for new testimonies, looking for new stories, watching Diamond documentaries. That way you know when you are talking to somebody and you come across that they are struggling with something that you've seen a testimony about, then you can share that testimony or that story with them. And it's a great way to follow up and connect to somebody's heart, because they can relate to that person personally. Also, the frequency of follow-up is a personal decision and can also depend on the relationship that you have with that person. 2 to 4 weeks is an average ballpark of how frequently to follow up. Follow up on life and the friendship as well. It should not always be about Plexus. Now, when I first joined Plexus as an ambassador, this is where I made the mistake. I was not following up with life and friendships. I was strictly just about Plexus. Just because I was so passionate about it and I thought that everybody could benefit from it, which I still do, but I didn't know how exactly they could benefit from it. I just knew that everybody somehow, some way could benefit from it, and I just wanted to tell them about it and then figure out later on how it could. You need to reverse that and figure out how it can relate to them and how it can benefit them, and then bring it up. You also want to keep records and lists of who you reach out to and who has liked and commented on your post. Prospects will fall through the cracks if you aren't keeping good record of who has expressed interest or who you have connected with. A recent idea that has been shared with us as a team and with me is getting a little box that holds like the index cards, and at the office store like Office Depot, they have the 1 through 31 index file cards. And so you can actually keep up with your prospects through this. Hold on, I think I just realized that I'm not recording. Oh, yep, I am. Never mind. Mommy brain. Okay, let me go back. Dang it. Okay. So I lost my train of thought now. Keeping records and lists. Okay, so the file folder. So you can, or not the file folder, the index card file. So then you can get index cards and have one index card or a few index cards for each customer, and you write down when you contact them and about that contact, like you followed up with their life or something that happened with their kids. And you just keep track of that. That way you know when to follow up. So let's say today's the 2nd. So let's say I follow up with Sally today. And we're talking about her kids, and I want to follow up with her in about 2 weeks just to see how everything's going. So I will go back, I'll count how many days for 2 weeks and put Sally in that time slot. So I know when that day comes around, I just get, let's say it's like the 14th. You get all the index cards that are in the 14th of that month, and you follow up with those people. That way you have everybody in a specific day, and you're not overwhelmed with, okay, well, who do I have to follow up with today? Or who do I have to reach out today? Some sales statistics that we have in the graph on the side right here, 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and then they stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and then stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Now, what's really mind-blowing is that 2% of sales are made on the first contact. So if you are reaching out to somebody in that first contact and you have a 2% chance of them either ordering from you or joining your team. So keep that in mind. It's a 2% chance. On the second contact, that percentage goes up to 3%. On the third contact, that goes up to 5%. And then you have a 10% chance of sales or them joining your team on the fourth contact. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. Let me say that again. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. So if you are following up and following up and following up with somebody and they're not making a decision to either try the products or join your team, make sure that you give them at least 5 to 12 contacts. And when you're following up and reaching out to people, think about your journey and when you finally decided to join either your sponsor, your upline, to try the products or to join the team. And you want to give your audience and your friends and family that same time period. So if it took you like a year and a half watching your sponsor, your upline, or your friend post about Plexus and how it's changing their life and how it's changing everybody else's life, and it took you a year and a half to finally make a decision, then you need to give your friends and your family that same time period, because everybody's not going to want to join you the first day. We wish it all worked like that, but that's just not how it works. People are going to watch and make sure that this is the real deal, and it really is something that they should get involved in. Next thing is customer care. Relationships, not sales. So we have an example of be a farmer, not a hunter. So when you think about this, you're like, okay, what does farming and hunting have to do with my business? You want to be a farmer in your business, not a hunter. Farmer meaning that you have a land, you have a piece of land that you are plowing to plant. Okay, so you're plowing the field and you're planting the seeds, and then what do you have to do with that crop? You have to water it. You have to make sure that it's getting the right amount of sunlight, which you really have no control over that. But y'all get where I'm going. So as a farmer, you can't just plow the field and plant the seeds. There's stuff that you have to do to cultivate and grow the stuff. As for a hunter, they just go out and they find their target and they go after it, they get it, and they bring it back, and that's kind of it. There's just nothing to it. So you don't want to be a hunter with your business. You want to be a farmer. So think about your business as a farmer. You are buying your piece of land, which is, trying the products. And then you are plowing the field, which is basically like you joining as an ambassador. And then you're planting seeds such as reaching out and contacting people about Plexus. So then what do you have to do with those seeds? You need to water them. You need to, spread sunshine on them. You need to help them grow and help them see the light and grow into a beautiful little plant. So be a farmer, not a hunter. You also want to seek to listen and understand their health goals and guide them to what products may help them reach their goals. You don't want to contact somebody and be like, okay, I think you need this, when you don't even know what their health goals are to help them. So let's say you are, you're saying, recommending them, oh gosh, I don't even know, like just the Slim. Okay, everybody needs Slim. So you're just recommending Slim. Well, if they're having digestive issues, then they need BioCleanse and ProBio 5 before anything else. So think about that as well, that you want to know and understand what their health goals are. That way you can show them the right products to reach their goals. Because if you're not doing that and they're trying products that aren't helping the issues that they're having, then they're going to kind of write off Plexus that it's not for them or it didn't work. Also, once they order and before their products arrive, you want to guide them on the best way to take the products and drinking their water and taking measurements, etc. So what they need to do to prepare and get ready to take their products. You are their coach on their Plexus products. You want to check in with them a few days after they started the products to see if they have any questions or to see if they need to tweak their regimen or how they take their products. I've come to realize that a lot of people are having issues with BioCleanse because it's hard to gauge where that 1 hour falls before taking BioCleanse before they eat. So you might need to tweak your regimen, how you take your products with them. That way it fits into their schedule. You also want to check in with your customers every 3 to 4 weeks to offer any support or guidance. Sometimes your customers will need a different mix of products. So your sponsor and upline can help you as you learn what to suggest and how to help your customers the best. A happy customer often turns into a great ambassador. So remember to be there for your customers and provide excellent customer service. I am guilty of not being great at customer care. I told them how to take their products, and then I didn't have a set schedule of when to follow up. I kind of just did it when I thought about it and when it was convenient. And I feel like I could have helped my customers better. So as a new ambassador, I suggest maybe getting out a calendar, which I think it talks on the next slide. Yeah. So be there for your customer and continue to follow up with them. See what their health goals are. Their health goals can change throughout their journey. So see and see if you can tweak their regimen or their product choice. For preferred customers, you want to encourage your friends and family to order preferred. A preferred customer sets up a monthly auto order and they get a discount off the retail price. They get a discount and you get a preferred customer bonus. A preferred order can be canceled online by the customer and or by calling customer service. You may also call customer service on behalf of your customer and cancel their orders for them. It can be canceled 15 days after the original order date. By offering to help manage your preferred customer orders, you give them a higher level of service and they're more likely to order preferred over retail. Offering this extra level of service also keeps you accountable to stay in touch with your customers on a monthly basis at a minimum. If you provide this level of service to your customers, then keep a calendar of your customers and check in with them 3 to 5 business days before the order will process. I like to do at least 5 days because sometimes you might not connect on that first day and it might take, a couple of days, and you don't want it to be right before the order goes out and you're not able to change it. So this gives you and them time to make changes on the order before it processes. Also, in the 4th consecutive month as a preferred customer, when they have their 4th consecutive month, a preferred customer has an order process, they will begin receiving an additional 10% discount for that month's order and any future consecutive monthly orders. So if they order January, February, and March consecutively, then April, January, February, March, April, they will get an additional 10% off. And then April, May, June, July, from there on out, they will get an additional 10%. Retail customers and the 60-day money-back guarantee. Most of your friends and family will order preferred if you explain it to them, but you will have those that just don't want the auto ship. For me, auto ship kind of scared me just because I've been burned in the past with an auto shipment, because there's either been a fee to cancel or you can't cancel until so many months. So I love that Plexus is free to go in there and change your order or cancel your order at any time with no penalty or any fee. You don't want to forget about your retail customers. You want to keep them on your calendar as well to check in with them and remind them that this is probably about time for them to reorder. It's also a great way to stay ahead of the game, and if they're liking their products, then maybe they want to get on the preferred customer program and save money and just be on the auto shipment. All customers, preferred and retail, get a 60-day money-back guarantee. When a customer orders through your website and they want to return the products for a refund within the 60 days, they or you must call customer service and get a RMA number. They will need to return unused products or empty packaging to Plexus, address on the packing slip and shipment confirmation email, and include the RMA number on the outside of the shipment. And then once the products and packaging are received, the refund process will begin. So depending on the bank, it can take up to 1 billing cycle for the refund to be complete. Now let's talk about converting customers to ambassadors. When you have a customer who is loving the products, make sure you explain how the ambassadorship works by explaining these benefits. 1, there's no requirements to carry inventory. 2, there's a small initial investment of $34.95 annually for a website, a customer service department, a shipping department, and a marketing department. Number 3, there's 2 price points to join with products priced below wholesale. This includes annual website fee of $34.95. Welcome packs are $133.95 or $233.95. Number 4, parties are not required. We are not a party-driven company. We're all about sharing Plexus either by word of mouth or on social media. Number 5, we are a full internet business. Products shipped directly from corporate warehouse to customers. So there's no you ordering products and then having to deliver those products. No playing middleman. It's just done straight through your website. Number 6, 3 to 5 customers can yield a paycheck enough to cover your own personal products. And then number 7, there's no monthly quotas or personal purchase required. So you don't have to purchase a certain amount every month to stay an ambassador or to get wholesale pricing. And last but not least, I love that there's no gotchas in Plexus. Everything is out on the table. So when you join as an ambassador, there's no hidden secrets or things that, now that you're an ambassador, you have to do this and this and this to stay an ambassador. There's none of that. Also, converting customers to ambassadors. When a customer is ready to become an ambassador, they will go to your website and click Join Plexus. Then they will select the Upgrade to Ambassador option. They will need their customer number handy so that the system will recognize them as a previous customer who is upgrading. When possible, it's always a good idea to walk them through the joining process. Then you can explain the backup order and answer any questions that they have once they get into their back office. Once they join your team, you will make sure to get them plugged into education, training, Facebook groups, etc. Getting an ambassador started info will be covered in the 201 series next week in week 2. Okay, and that is the end of the slideshow. There was something, let me go back through here because I think there was something that I wanted to talk on that I thought was going to be later on. Let me see. Okay, another idea for the daily method of operation, the DMO, for your 531, if the 5 new people, reaching out to 5 new people each day is a lot for you, or if you can't work your business each day, then work with a number that you can work with. So if it's 321 or 331, reaching out to 3 people, following up with 3 people, and connecting with 1 team member or training yourself, do that. Or if you can only work your business, let's say 2 days out of the week, then, and if you're still wanting the growth and the motivation in your business, then take that number, let's say 5. So that's going to be 25 people. If you're working your business 5 days a week, that's 25 people. So if you're only working your business 2 days, then split that 25 people between those 2 days. And that might seem a lot, but it's going to get you that momentum and it's going to get you that growth that you're possibly wanting out of your business, to grow that income and to grow your network of people that you're reaching out to and helping to change those lives. So that's an idea. Also, for the reaching out to new people, another idea is printing out a calendar, like a blank calendar off of the internet or I print mine off of Word. So it's a blank calendar, and then write in 2 to 3 names that you're going to reach out to that day. 2 to 3 names of new people. So let's say Monday the 1st, you're going to reach out to Sally, George, and Sarah Beth. And then the next day, it's going to be 3 new people. So that way you have a visual and something that's going to hold you accountable, and you can check off those names as you go throughout the month. If you're reaching out to 2 people a day, that's 60 new people a month that you're reaching out to that you didn't reach out to last month. So if the 531 is overwhelming, work it down to 2, get the blank calendar out if you're more a visual person, and write those 2 people, those 2 names down for each day. Let's see. Going through the slideshow just to make sure. For customer care, when you're checking in with your customers, the 3 to 4 weeks, I think we talked about this, but the 3 to 4 weeks when you're checking in with them before their order goes out, or the 3 to 5 days before their order goes out, that's a great time to talk to them about either becoming a preferred customer, or if they're loving the product so much that instead of ordering as a customer that month for their next order shipment, then why don't you go ahead and join as an ambassador, get your next set of products even cheaper, and then let's figure out a way to get you 3 to 5 friends that are either ordering from you or joining your team. That way we can get your products covered. So that's a great way as well for customer care. Let's see. Retail customers. See, when ambassadors join your team, we're going to go over what to get, the info to get them next week. So that's going to be good training. And that's it. So let me go ahead and stop the screen share. So I hope that this helped like how to work your business day in, day out, what income producing activities are, how to follow up with your customers, and how to provide great customer care. If you are doing this daily with your customers and with your ambassadors and even with your potentials, you're going to see great growth and you're going to see great momentum. And it might be hard at the beginning just to get in that routine, but trust me, it's going to be worth it once you get into that routine, because 6 months to a year down the line, you're going to look back and be like, wow, look at how much I grew and the great service and how my friends and family lives have been changed. So I hope this has been helpful. And I can't wait to see y'all next week. Hope y'all have a great night.